What is going on, guys? What is going on? Welcome to this week's episode of the STS Guys Podcast, episode 121. I am Scott.
Hey, it's Larry.
And we are the STS Guys, the podcast where we sit around, shoot the shit, and talk about everything geeky, nerdy, and cool. I would normally say, what is going on, guys? But I see a shit ton of faces on the screen that are new for us. So, Larry, let's tell everyone what's going on.
So today we have a very special episode. We have special guests, plural. We have all four of the Dorksmen from the Four Dorksmen podcast.
Can we say this is the first official total podcast takeover?
Yeah, right. It's pretty cool. So. Nate and Jeremy were out this week. So we're like, all right, we got to do something. And we're like, what better time to max out StreamYard's streaming capacities and get all four Dorksmen on at the same time. So we got Ryan, we got Nate, we got Joey, we got Clint. Who wants to do the intro and explain who the Dorksmen are?
I'm gonna divert to Nate and Joey since this whole thing came about from their ideas. So
yeah, if people don't know who are the Four Dorksmen?
Joey, you got this.
Oh, sure. Why not put me on the spot? I'm just noticing. I wish StreamYard could hold 9 people, but then it'd be like a really nerdy Brady bunch right now. We could.
That would be awesome,
9.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, Joey.
Another thing too, I really want them to do is let me rearrange it because I would put myself in the center so I could.
Right.
You want to be Alice?
I want to be Alice. I'm the maid.
She was sassy. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. We have a lot in common.
So this was leading up to Fun Days 2019. We had like a group chat with some guys that were going to Fun Days, and Nate and I started just kicking around the idea kind of as a joke at first about a pineapple-based podcast. The Prickly Pineapple Podcast was the original name for it. And then we kind of got Ryan in because Ryan was like, hey, I like pineapple in my pizza too. So, can I be in on this?
So question, is it the pineapple from the pizza or are you guys just really big fans of Psych?
I personally don't ever eat pineapple unless it's on pizza.
I'm with you. I don't eat it on pizza. I just don't eat pineapple in general. But
Brian's a big fan of pineapple in general, though, right, Ryan?
Well, it's where I'm from. It's one of our. Well, it used to be one of the major exports, but not these days. But yes, you could almost call it the local fruit if you would. But
the local fruit.
Yep.
Anyway.
So we just kind of kicked around the idea of putting a podcast together, and then Nate was like, hey, I know Clint. He's been like on 47 different podcasts. He'd probably be an expert to bring on to help us out and get going. And we just decided a little bit after Comic-Con was over that we would actually put it together, and we will be recording episode 30 tomorrow, I believe.
Nice.
So
it's crazy. Yeah. I was on, you guys had me on episode 3, which wasn't that long ago. But yeah, God, that's awesome, guys. It's super cool that you guys are already on 30. It goes by so fast.
It's
pretty crazy.
Time flies when you're
again.
Yeah.
And awesome sticking with it too, because and you guys really, aside from I don't know when Ryan got married, I don't think you guys really missed an episode live that week. And you even covered, right? Because you did an extra Q&A episode. So right, like you're doing it right. You're not missing anything. Like every week you get a new Four Dorksmen podcast. That's awesome.
We got to catch up. Got to stay up with the STS guys.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's fairly crazy that we're on 121 as well. But
start doing 2 a week just to try to
get those numbers up.
Yeah. Don't do that because I won't be able to keep up.
Yeah.
2 a week is hard.
Yeah. I already have a hard enough time as it is.
Amen.
So you have to hear. First off, so I gotta call something out here. Rice balls, by the way, love the name. Little chat here.
That's other Joey.
Yeah.
Joey.
If I was offered pineapple pizza for free, I wouldn't argue. I would. I'm sorry. You're wrong.
What
sir.
if there was something else good on it, though?
Yeah. No, nothing. No, because pineapple ruins anything. I cannot eat a pizza with pineapple on it, take the pineapples off, and then eat that pizza and not be like, this is fucking gross.
No, I'm with you.
It is bad.
You still like pineapple in general, though, right? Like this is not just a pineapple.
Not at all, but like on my pizza especially. Like I don't know why it's like tomato sauce plus pineapple does not mix.
I don't hate it, but it's not my go-to.
So
if that's like if work or something ordered pineapple pizza and that's what was there for free, I'd totally eat it.
No, I would talk shit to whoever ordered that pizza and said,
Yes.
get a real one next time.
Yes, you would.
Yes.
And that's why we love you, Lord Scott.
Yeah, Lord Scott, baby.
So Scott, would you say it's been a week?
It has been a week.
I was waiting for one of you to say that.
We had to do the intro. We had to establish the guest first.
It's real awkward if we have to go through the whole "it's been a week" thing and then not introduce the 4 additional people.
Right.
I think we did that one time, and it was really weird.
It was weird. We're like,
when
we gotta stop.
Mike from Talking Pops was on, and we skipped over the fact that we even had a guest, and we just went straight into our normal stuff.
Like it was normal that there was a 5th guy that was in here. So it has been a week. We did. I did something fun, I guess. I was talking with these guys here.
You're coming in hot, dude.
I just got home from medieval times. They just opened one here in Phoenix, so I decided to go. We had talked a little bit before the show, as we'll say the get to know you section, since I don't think I've actually gotten a chance to interact with any of the Dorksmen other than Clint up until this point, at least in person, not just in the chat.
Right, with me like running my mouth about Devil Lifting Man and everything.
Exactly. It helps. So just gonna go through. Apparently, they have this really great process where you pay a lot of money for glassware at the beginning of the night. And then it's not that expensive to refill that. Like I got a big 24-ounce beer that it was like $25 to buy, but it was only $8 to refill. So I had a bunch of them $8 beers.
Did you get one for the road as you were leaving? You're like, fill this up.
I really wish that Arizona law was great that they could like let us have the alcohol to go. It's not like Vegas,
right.
But
yeah,
because then they would just be like, "Here's your to-go cup of your margarita, sir." But like, yeah, this one I just chugged them before we left. It's some good Arizona local beers that I'm a big fan of, so it made the decision very easy. I spent a lot of money. Let's just put it that way.
But you got a good value.
I did, and I brought my 6-year-old, so I had to buy a bunch of light up shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
because of course they have. I didn't know that they have like in the gift shop. There's like kids for shit for toy. God, I can't even talk today. Things for children. That's what I was trying to say. Things for kids, and then they just have a wall of real swords. Like that's fucking normal, right? Like there's like a master sword from Zelda on the wall, and I was like, "What the hell is that from?" And then there's like Excalibur next to it. And they're like, "Yeah, for $300 you can buy a real fucking sword."
Really?
Those are for kids, right?
Yeah. And then right next to it is the foam sword for the child.
Oh.
Right. The Minecraft sword.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Well, I was looking around, I was like, oh, there's some pretty cool stuff for kids. I was like, wait, they sell real like swords and knives here?
It's a perfect place to sell real swords next to the $8 refillable beers.
Right.
Yeah, right.
That's
like because after 3 or 4 of them refillable beers, I'm in my right mind not to buy a sword. I came this close. I'll just tell you that. This close today to walking away. They had this like a little Gladius from the Gladiator movie, like replica. I was like, I'm gonna buy that. Like my wife was like, no, we're going in to go eat our half a chicken. So
right, that's the best part, right? Is the full chicken they give you and no silverware.
No, this one no silverware, but they have Pepsi, and then they cut the chicken in half, and they give you legitimately just half a chicken. It's not like they like take the leg and the breast and it's all cut. They just literally took a roasted chicken and just like chop it in half and like there you go. Eat that.
Is it like those rotisserie chickens?
Yeah, it's like just imagine
exactly.
Somebody took a rotisserie chicken, bop in half, and there's 2 people's meals right there. Like, here's a tiny corn on the cob and a little baby potato and half a chicken. Enjoy. No silverware, but Pepsi.
Gotta be civilized somehow.
I don't know if Pepsi would be civilized, but you say so.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. I actually just got back from a bar myself. We did it's really cool. They do the beers where they refill from the bottom and you pay by the ounce. So if you want to like try everything, you're welcome to do so. It's like 50 cents an ounce for each beer. Oh, good times.
So you just pop it. Yeah, you just like pop it on the little like circle on the table and it just fills from. Yeah, those things are cool.
Yeah, I tried many a beer. I was very happy.
I'm always afraid though that I'm going to break that little rubber seal on the bottom.
My
And
friend broke
have
it.
the whole dump out.
Oh, he broke it before we even got to the first beer. He was playing with it. And he's like, "Well, I gotta get another glass," and you're like, "Oh, whatever." But yeah, it happens all the time, I'm sure.
So you guys got all these cool things in the States. We don't have any of that. We don't have medieval times anywhere close to where I am. There might be one in the East Coast, but up here, like the closest one I think is like down in Vegas for me.
I was gonna say Excalibur, right?
Yeah, and those refillable, like the beers that fill from the bottom, like we just got those at our local state, like our stadiums, like recently, and those are like it's hilarious because like they're just like a little magnet on the bottom. So like if you're fucking with it, you just paid like $15 for a beer, and you just hit the bottom, and there goes your $15 beer.
Yeah, it's dumb. I'm the guy that would spill that. Like
spill it.
Like I would be I'd be the one that'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck with this little part," and then, oh no. How does this work? Oh, I'm covered in my beer. Now
I was surprised with when I was doing it is how many people got a large amount of head on their beer. I'm like, you realize that's the whole point of doing this is to not do that. How are you messing this up? And I never figured it out, but that's the whole point.
No, like you got to have a little bit of head though, like
a little bit. No. I'm talking about like 90% head and 10% beer.
So somehow they still managed to fuck up the pour.
Right. How did you do that? Like you should be like investigating or something because I don't know how this happened.
Anyway. Crazy. So yesterday, real quick, I went and saw the Sonic movie.
Ooh,
so
how was that?
Sure.
No spoilers other than I really liked it. It was pretty good, man. You guys should definitely go check it out. Like if you're on the fence, it was absolutely worth seeing. Jim Carrey is really good.
I've only heard good things. I've not heard anybody say it was bad in any sense yet.
Well said.
Yeah,
exactly.
So now that you've watched it, is my little conspiracy theory thing, does it hold any validity though, Larry?
I don't think there's nothing to officially confirm that you're right, that the whole first CGI Sonic was like
staged,
just a marketing gimmick to get people excited about the new updated Sonic. But he looks fine. Like clearly you're thinking about it like throughout the whole movie, especially at the beginning, right? Because it was such a thing. And it will always be a thing associated with Sonic. But yeah, he looks fine. Like no worries there at all.
I am to my grave. I will take this until somebody finally says, like, we get written evidence that was not the case, that was staged, and that they were like, no one's gonna watch this fucking Sonic the Hedgehog movie. But if we make a shitty CGI model and get the internet mad at us, and then we fix it for them, they're gonna go watch our movie.
Yeah, if it was genius marketing. For sure.
They turned around the new Sonic like super fast, right? If you think about how long it took to make the first cut, and then they're like, no, we got to redo the whole thing. Something suspicious about that. Honestly.
Yeah, like
the whole thing, right?
I'm pretty sure they made that one trailer.
Yeah.
And
that would be easy
posters,
and not
we're
that
like,
expensive.
there we go. Right. Yeah, and like let's get this, and like, oh no, the internet reacted negatively. Surprise.
Yeah.
Like, give us some more time to work on a better version, and we'll get a good one. Yeah, Tyler.
I think we're fighting over Tyler's comment. Tyler said he wants the old version on Blu-ray. Like if it exists. That would be
awesome.
That would actually prove your theory wrong if they had both versions.
True.
Yeah, that would be the thing I need to prove that wrong, but I doubt they're going to do that.
No. But
no one wants that nightmare fuel that was the original Sonic.
So
like I want my kid to be able to watch this movie, not have nightmares that thing is sitting in her closet.
So if Scott or somebody else from our podcast goes and sees it, maybe we'll do like a full review in a week or two about the Sonic movie. I still haven't seen. Damien's in the chat and said he saw Birds of Prey and it was pretty good. I still
saw Birds of Prey.
See Birds of Prey too. Yeah. Did you like it?
I liked it a lot actually. It surpassed my expectations. Yeah. It's a fun movie.
Let me just for me, both Sonic and Birds of Prey, I will find when they have less than legal versions of them out there.
But they're both
time now.
No, they're
which Larry found for me at least one of.
Right.
Sonic's on there. Sonic was on there too, Scott. So
hooray!
So maybe not next week. We have a plan for next week, but maybe 2 weeks we'll be talking Birds of Prey and Sonic.
As I get my free versions.
You know, it's hard to pay for some movies
sometimes.
There's
no shame in that. Sometimes it's all it's worth.
Yeah, exactly.
True. Well, like
as long as it's not pizza butt, Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Pizza butt.
Pizza butt.
Same thing. Jabba the butt.
Yep.
Yeah, the whole the less than legal Demolition Man that we found out was the international one. The
So
we
not
got
the same.
yeah. But
That was
like,
pretty good.
not to rehash the Totally Rad one, but it's clear that they're saying Taco Bell when they talk. It's Taco Bell, and they're
But
like,
yeah,
Pizza
here,
Hut.
Pizza
You're
Hut.
like, that's not even the same syllables, bro.
No, I was so confused.
Rarudo.
And as Larry said, it still says Taco Bell on the glass on the windows because they forgot to edit that shit out.
Yeah, that was too expensive to edit out every Taco Bell logo. They just
So
edited out
if
the big
anybody
Taco
doesn't
Bell
know what
logo.
we're talking about, go back and watch our last episode of the Totally Rad Movie Podcast, where we talk Demolition Man and the fact that Larry and I found the international version of the movie, which has some differences to what was released here in the U.S.
I still need to listen to that. I still need to see Demolition Man. I don't think I've ever seen it.
That is a travesty.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I
agree.
hadn't seen it either. It's worth watching.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a
holds
good
up.
one.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, anybody of you guys have like a good "it's been a week" story, something that's happened in the last week that you guys want to talk about? Clint had some beers and his friend broke one.
Yeah. right.
Anybody else?
You guys
So
got
I-
anything?
If
It's
not,
been a slow week.
It's been a slow week.
It's been
What's
a super
crazy-
slow week for me.
I got something real quick. I went out for Valentine's Day last weekend on a Saturday, and we talked about that on our episode. I was hungover on Sunday. My hangover lasted for like 3 days. That's how I know
Oh
I'm
my.
getting old.
yeah,
And
shit,
it was-
welcome to being an old man.
right, and it's the thing is like I didn't even have that much to drink, so I was very disappointed. And then it turned into a cold, so I'm still technically fighting this hangover from a week ago.
In a week.
Yeah,
See, that's
so-
why. See, when you drink just straight this, it. I just don't. I feel it for the whole week. By the time
yeah.
Saturday comes back around, I'm finally feeling better. I'm like, time to do it again, boys.
That's right. And the thing is, I don't regret it at all. Like I'm not mad about it. I just, it's hung on there a little longer than I expected. So it has been a week, but all with a hangover that I can't justify at all.
Ouch.
Getting old.
Yeah,
Well, my
right?
wife
I'm
and
feeling-
I went out for Valentine's Day, and she really wanted boiled crawfish. So that was our Louisiana Valentine's was some boiled crawfish. It did take us
Oh,
a couple
nice.
of tries to find some place that wasn't slam packed. Like we knew, like most of the restaurants would be busy because it was Valentine's and a Friday night.
right.
But we figured people would maybe stay away from the less romantic, picnic table atmosphere of a crawfish place. But man, every place that we went to at first was pretty slam packed. But we finally found one kind of a little bit further out of town that we stopped at, and that was our Valentine's Day.
And how was it? The Instagram picture looked delicious.
Yeah, it looked really good.
I don't know if I actually had one. I actually ended up going with the seafood platter. I'm not like a big crawfish fan.
Sure.
Well, no, let me take that back. I'm a big crawfish fan. I'm not a big fan of having to work so hard to get my food because it is a chore for any of you that have actually had boiled crawfish before. It's about the same as boiled shrimp, except maybe a little bit more difficult
Sure.
to get through the
For me,
crawfish?
it's like lobster. Like
Yeah.
when you have to have a special tool to get to your food.
Yeah, like
I'm
crab.
out.
Boiled
Yeah,
crab's the
like-
same way.
We got a little like shell breaker and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm out.
So I just had a fried seafood platter. That was my meal.
I hope it was delicious as well.
It was very good. Very
Sounds
good.
good. Nice.
All right. Well, let's go because I know one of the things that you guys do is you always have the little solicit the question, the ask the dorksman, and I got two for you guys
Oh, great.
that I want you guys to go through because and I will join in. I will give the answers to my stupid ass questions that I'm going to ask you here. They're pretty simple. So let's start with a kind of simple one because I think this will be kind of fun. So count this as extra episode of your guys' thing.
Hey, we love it.
So here's my first question: what is your guilty pleasure TV show? What is the show that you are embarrassed to tell people that you like to watch? And I'll go first. I'll tell you mine. You know what it is? Ancient Aliens on the History Channel.
That's not so bad. That ain't
It's
so bad.
bad because it's utterly like the whole time I'm watching it, be like, you guys are fucking retarded. Like it's on the whole thing. I'm like, they're like, it could be aliens. I'm like, or it just could be like things. Like I know,
Oh shit!
the point I was telling my wife earlier is because she was asking why I was watching it, and they had this statue, and the guy's like, "Look, this is a statue of things," and I want to be like, "Yeah, we have people that do shitty things. Like, how do you know that just wasn't like some dude in 1000 AD that's just really shitty at making pottery to make that, and that's why it doesn't look like a person." Like,
so it was like the Banksy of ancient Egypt.
yeah, exactly. He's just like, "Oh, this is the best I can do," and it's the one that fucking lasted until today. Right. And they're looking at it like, "Oh, see, they all thought this is what their gods look like." I'm like, "No, that's just what one real bad sculptor thought."
Guy couldn't count to 5 on his fingers. And thought
exactly. He's like, "I'm gonna make a picture of my
god." Easy with the math. Easy with the math jokes, Nate.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I watch that show, knowing full well that they're wrong, but the leaps of logic and everything that they do that just is utterly ridiculous enthralls me. Like, I don't know why. It's like me watching a train wreck. Like, so that's my thing. Like, I am embarrassed that I say I catch it whenever it's live. Like, it is really bad that I watch that show. But that's my embarrassing show. So what show is it that you guys watch that you're like, I want to know I really watched this?
What order are we going in here? Are we just gonna go clockwise?
I'll go first.
Yeah, I like it, Joey.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I would have said Golden Girls, but that's something that I've openly admitted to multiple times on our podcast before. I'd probably have to say Gilmore Girls.
Ooh.
I got into that with my wife a while
Yeah.
back, and we just like steamrolled through all of it on Netflix. I'm like, well, what happened was there was some kind of 4-part reunion type of thing that came out on Netflix, right? So it was like, and each one of the 4 was like representative of a season, and it kind of took them through a year, and it was like, hey, where's everybody at right now? And so I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. So we started over from the very beginning of the original one and ended up powering through the whole entire 100-something episodes. And I actually really enjoyed it. So I'd say that was probably my guilty pleasure show that I normally wouldn't admit to.
That's the one that my wife will throw on, and I'll start watching it. After like 10 minutes, I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this show?
Well, and
it's been 10 minutes, and all they've done is talk about the same subject. I don't know what's happening.
I like ice cream too. Let's have ice cream. What kind of ice cream? I want to talk about it. Yeah.
Well,
but isn't the reunion
Yeah,
right? But isn't the regular show better than the reunion? So you watched it in the right order, Joey?
If there is a right order to watch this,
really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I've heard that before. That it's going to happen when a show comes back years later. But I've heard the reunion was okay, but the show is so much better. So you watched it in like the best order possible.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes, it was definitely better, the series itself, than the reunion 4-part series. Yeah.
It's a good call on your part.
Because it was weird, because now that you mentioned that, I remember after we made it through the entire series, I was like, okay, well, let's go back, because it's been several months now, and watch those. And we started watching the first one. I'm like, you know what? I can't even really enjoy this now. And we never made it through the 4-part reunion deal.
I've heard that.
A second time, yeah.
Nice.
Hey, at least we got to give the series credit for bringing Sean Gunn to our lives. Because now every time I see him on screen, I'm like, it's Kraglin.
Well, doesn't he also do Groot? Isn't he also?
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah, Rocket. He was the mocap for Rocket.
Oh, right. So yeah.
You see Drax just petting his head.
Right. He's just sitting there, just like crouched on a box.
Hey, thank goodness for Sean Gunn, like you said.
Yeah. All right. So let's go through here. Larry, what's yours?
Oh God.
So and you can't say Golden Girls because I see that skateboard behind you. I know you like that.
Yes, I do. So I do love my Golden Girls skateboard, but I don't religiously watch old episodes of Golden Girls. God, it's hard, man. Like when Joey's talking about Gilmore Girls, I remembered like my wife and I used to really like that 90210 reboot. Not like the recent one that was like a year or two ago, but like the one that was on for like 5 seasons.
That was the original cast rebooted back again. Yeah,
they had like Jenny Garth was on season 1, Tiffany Amber Thiessen I think was on an episode or 2,
Wasn't
and then
it
they
like
all kind
their
of
kids
disappeared.
or something?
Yeah, it was like their kids.
Yeah, I was going to say like the next gen of the original guy.
Yeah, like that show was ridiculous. But we watched all of that together, and I willingly sat next to her the entire time. But I think the other thing I thought of, not a show. What's Manny got?
Man, yeah, that's Manny. Another one of mine. I love watching it. I love train wrecks. Is what I really
seems like it.
Yeah.
The other one, I think it's not a show, but it's a movie. I'm not ashamed to admit that on Wednesday, when To All the Boys, P.S. I Love You dropped on Netflix, the second movie in the To All the Boys trilogy, I watched it the first day.
Hint, wink, wink. What are we going to be talking about next week,
Oh,
Larry?
Surprise! Because next week we're going to do a full review of To All the Boys, P.S. I
Surprisingly,
Love You.
one of our more favorite episodes from the viewers was a review of it was our comparison of To All the Boys and another one that was not good.
No,
I can't remember the name. I didn't even implicitly remember the name. The other one was so bad.
But I was so excited to see more Lara Jean that I watched it right away on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Larry actually texted me. He's like, by the way, this is out and available. You should watch it.
Because I thought it came out on Friday, but no, surprise, surprise. It was on Wednesday.
So. And you didn't get the early release like Ryan gets out there in Hawaii.
Oh, no. I had to wait till
Only
a
2
normal
hours.
time.
Well, 3 hours from you guys, but
Right.
yeah, it's not that bad.
That is a nice Hawaii benefit, though.
Right.
It is.
Right?
Or like when stuff goes live on Target, and they'll say, 12 a.m., whatever, Eastern. And then for me, hey, that's maybe 6 p.m.
Yeah.
It
But
works
you
out
get it. But you get it the other end. When the Funko Shop releases used to be at 7 a.m.
Yes.
Pacific, that doesn't work out so good for you.
It would drive. This was before we were married, but it would drive my wife crazy because I would be waking up at 4 a.m. and crawling out of bed. I'm like, I'm gonna go on the computer for half an hour, refresh. Right. Thankfully, it's not like that anymore.
Sleep for 10 minutes, wake up, refresh.
Really?
Oh, amen. Ryan, you got a guilty pleasure?
Well, I've talked about mine before, being 90 Day Fiance. I'm trying to think of another one.
Yeah, I've
But
heard good things.
that is a good one. And I guess there's one on Netflix now that's similar to that, except they don't even see the person ahead of time.
Yeah,
There's like a wall in front of them. I try to remember what it's called, but I was just talking about this tonight, and it sounds awful and sounds like if you like 90 Day Fiance, something
It is sometimes a train wreck. But other than that, I think the only other real guilty pleasure show I would have is I watch a lot of the nature shows on National Geographic with David. What is his name? David Attenborough.
Attenborough, yeah.
The one, like Planet Earth, for example.
Yeah.
I like this kind of stuff. I'm nerdy.
Here we see the male walrus. You're like,
Yeah, it's not like that.
what is he gonna do? Yeah.
But I like that stuff.
Anything narrated by Attenborough though is great.
That's actually true.
He could narrate just like the life of the average man, and I'd be like interested. I'm like, what's
Here's
this guy
Scott
gonna
enjoying a
make?
peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, it's like-
Notice his bite is
Just watch
very
it
fluid.
dry. Like,
Notice
he's
Scott
driving
as he eats
paint
half
dry.
a chicken.
Yeah, is he gonna eat the whole thing? Is he gonna get the bone? What is he gonna do with the bones? Like, I would be into it.
Nate, you want me to go or you got it?
I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
90 Day Fiance definitely is one of them, but the other one would be The Voice. I don't know why. It's just those reality singing shows. They've gotten less cringy since like American Idol when like Simon Cowell did it. And it was just hard to watch then, right? But we got into it a few seasons back, and we used to watch it religiously. A little bit less now, but it was it's one of those things you just sit down and you're just like, this could be interesting. And the more we got into it, the more we started realizing a lot of these people that were singing were staged. So they started bringing in like semi-professional singers, and that's when we stopped kind of caring because we're like, this is garbage. Like we're here to see people that you're pulling talent that shouldn't be recognized, right? But yeah, once we figured onto their secret, we're like, nope, this sucks. So.
I'm seeing Damien in the chat says The Masked Singer is fun. I still haven't watched that show. I'm very curious.
My 6-year-old loves it, but
really,
she doesn't like him getting. No, she doesn't like him getting unmasked. She likes the costumes because she's like, oh, it's an egg singing a song. But then it's
I think that's kind of neat. Yeah.
And then the egg is Layla Ali, and she's like, I don't know who that is. I'm 6.
We watched the first season of it, my daughter and I just was not very interested in it. It was like, oh, look, there's Terry Bradshaw. He was trying to sing.
Little Uncle Terry over there, yeah.
Is it a contest or is it just for fun?
I guess a contest. I'm still not 100% sure it's not rigged. But most reality. what reality show is not is actual reality?
Well, Jenny McCarthy's on that. That's enough of a turnoff for me. Can't stand her.
Hot
if she was naked, maybe, but she's not.
Not even then. I'd be like,
Maybe
Anyway.
not anymore.
Maybe
Right.
back in like when you're on in basketball,
Yeah,
but
or
not
she
like
wasn't
now.
singled out.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, singled out.
That's
Yeah,
the
but-
show I was just about to think about.
Yeah.
Was singled
MTV,
out.
right?
Yeah.
That's
Back with
stupid.
Chris
Like,
Hardwick as the guy as the host, and
That's
Jenny McCarthy there. I don't remember why, but she was there for some
For-
reason.
She was
For
the
a reason.
crazy blonde girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was there.
Who married Jim Carrey?
You know, the Goldberg
Yes.
spin-off show Schooled,
Schooled, yeah,
did
this week.
singled out this week.
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh, really?
It was pretty good. Yeah,
It was
Oh,
really
I need
good.
to watch
It was a fun
more of that.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
School is great. Goldberg's
I
awesome.
like both those shows. Yeah,
Pull up Mark's here. Hoarders, another great show. Again,
yeah.
I love
Sad.
I love me a good train wreck. Hoarders is a great train wreck.
Makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah.
I was gonna.
when you
Hey,
see a
aren't we
person
all kind
loot-
of hoarders?
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
sense?
you guys need to listen to the recent episode of Geek Together. We talk about collector versus hoarder and how close of a line that is.
Well, it's a line, but then when you have the hoarder is the person that freaks out when they're like, "We're going to throw away this like poo-filled
Used
diaper," and they're like,
napkin, yeah.
"No, I need that in the future." Like, why?
Yeah.
That's poop. Like, throw that away.
That's poop.
It's poop.
And like, I have a lot of like, I know we all have a lot of stuff, but right, I have a lot of stuff, but like, there's nothing on my floor right now. Like, I can clearly walk to my closet or
Well,
walk
that's
out
good.
of my room without stepping on stuff. So
I don't think
makes
all
me,
of us
makes
can
me feel good about myself.
I don't think all of
All
us
I'll
can
say is
claim
my
that.
camera is strategically placed,
Yes.
so you can't see my ground.
Well, mine is places I have a lot of shit on the floor, but
Yeah,
like
I've
most
got-
stuff has a distinct place behind me.
Good job, collectors versus hoarders.
Yeah.
Real quick on mine, I actually have a couple. I keep getting sucked into my daughter's shows. Right now, it's Muppet Babies. I have to know what happens every week while watching it. I can't distract myself from looking elsewhere. I got to know if they figure out why Kermit's so afraid of the dark, or Animal wants to fly a plane, or whatever. It's stupid, but I'm like, Ava's like, "Oh, I'm done
Hey.
watching this." I'm like, "I'm not. Hold on, we gotta watch and see what
Hang on,
happens."
Clint, I'm going to jump on here. That glow in the dark dragon on the Kermit Afraid of the Dark one was actually pretty good.
See, you get it. Yeah, it's like, I hold on, we got to see what happens. I got to know what happens here.
Yeah.
The other one is, and I can't believe I'm admitting this, but my wife does watch The Bachelor and Bachelorette, and I seem to get sucked in every season. I'm like, wait, why is Corey T being a dick, or whatever the case is? And I got to know what happens.
I just love watching it to see how they describe these people that clearly don't have jobs.
Oh, right.
Right. Yeah.
The best one was one that would like, this guy, he's former child. Like, that's the best they could do for him. Like, that was his description. Is like, this guy was at
Former
one point a
child.
kid.
Wow.
Thank God he didn't come out that size.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's mine.
That's pretty good.
I do have another one.
Yeah,
I have
what's the
another one.
questions, guy?
I got another one from this is because it's the other one. Dr. Pimple Popper.
Oh,
I
that's-
agree. I watched
Yeah.
that.
It's
It
hard to
is.
turn
My
away.
wife watches that one all the time, and like, nope,
Nope. That's a
But at
that's
least
a no
I'll
for me.
forget it.
But at
Yeah,
least in that
it-
one, you're like rooting for him. You're like, I really hope this works out, and they don't have this weird bulge on their neck anymore. You know,
And
what I
then
mean?
it's like, no, but that's the thing is like, oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing I always wanted. Like, you can't show a boob on TV, right? Or else people freak out. Like, oh, it's a bare boob.
It's not a boob,
Like,
it's a nipple.
it's the nipple, right? You can't show
Right.
the nipple on the thing, but you can show a goiter getting fucking stabbed by a knife, and right? Like, and they're like, oh, that's fine.
Priorities,
educational
people.
then.
Come on. Priorities, people.
Yeah.
All right, what's your
Hey,
other question?
Scott,
I
I
wanna
gotta
get this
ask
out.
you. Sorry, what were you saying, Clint?
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I gotta
I-
ask you, since you're talking about Dr. Pimple Popper, what about that foot show?
I don't. What's the foot show?
It's on TLC. It deals with like podiatry and everything, but to me, pimples popping and all of that stuff, that's fine with me. But as soon as you start talking about like feet and like foot disease and fungus, I get grossed out. I ain't touching that. No.
I
Good
will
co-
check it out because I love I love a good train wreck.
Scott's got his TV
Sound-
on right
yeah.
now. He's like, where is this?
You're like, wait, there's some disgusting
hold on.
fungusy feet. All right,
I
I'm
have
in.
interest there.
That sounds horrible.
First you
Yeah,
had my
I'm
interest.
with you, Larry.
Now you have my attention.
Foot fungus.
Foot fungus. I'm in. I'm out. Like, I'm
Dude,
good.
whatever you're into, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stand reality TV, but when you do like a reality doctor show and you see that shit, like, I'm like, oh.
Hey, Tyler's giving you the name right there. It's literally
There
called
you go.
My Feet Are
Feet Are
Killing Me.
Killing Me.
Are killing me.
Nice. Thanks,
There we
Tyler.
go.
Tyler, do you watch it? You should let us know.
I'm pretty sure Tyler does. Tyler watches a lot of movies and TV.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he does. It makes sense.
The fact that he knew what the name is, I'm gonna guess that Tyler knows the show.
He's seen
Tyler, we've met.
Yeah.
Is it something I would like?
There you
Let
go.
me know. Like, tell me if it's something that I should watch, considering what I've already told this group.
All right, Scott.
All right, so I have a second question.
Yeah.
So this is the one where I'm getting into kind of the weird, potentially awkward aspect of things. It is
Bring it on.
obviously the day past Valentine's Day, right? So we're going to talk things. It's too passe to go with like, what's your favorite sexual position? But I'm going to ask this: what is the weirdest or most like off the wall pickup line you've ever used or heard? That's worked too. Did it work?
That's a work.
Did it work?
I'm not gonna lie.
The thing.
I was gonna say, go ahead, Scott. I'm sorry.
My example is this: one of my a friend of mine in college always used this one, and it surprisingly got people to talk. He'd just calmly walk up to a girl at the bar and say, "Excuse me, miss, why is your moose drinking my cheese?"
What?
And it would work, huh?
And it would work because the girl would be like, "The fuck?" like, why would you ask me that? And then now they have a conversation, and it worked. I don't know why. Again, a person of my handsomeness probably wouldn't work. He was a quite handsome man. I am not, so it probably wouldn't work in my side. But you just say something off the wall, and people would be like, "That made no sense. Why would you say that?" And then he has his in. So. Anybody have anything good that was a good pickup line or something that you've heard, even if you've heard it just in passing, you just heard some guy spitting some mad game that was off the wall. What have you heard?
You know what? I used this one in college a couple times, and it actually, I have one instance where it worked to start a conversation, and it literally is going up to somebody and says, "Is that a keg in your pants? Because I'd love to tap that ass." And it's funny enough that they're like, "Okay, what's up?" Kind of thing. I mean, it's.
I think that's what it is. You just have to get it to the point of like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, totally. Or either I know a friend of mine used is your dad part of the bomb squad because you the bomb or something like that, and that one worked too.
Are you wearing space pants because your ass is out of this world?
Right. I'd rearrange the alphabet to put you and I together. I mean, this is the kind of thing.
Yeah, like some of those things where you're like, that cannot work. And then you hear somebody doing it, you're like, wait, what?
All about the confidence as you say it. That's the thing.
Exactly. So I walk up and be like, excuse me, miss. I'm very bad. I don't know how I'm married and have kids, to be honest with you. I don't have game at all.
I'm with you.
Cast a wide net.
Yeah.
What? You only need one to see us.
That's true.
Hey, I'll take it though. I'm not complaining.
My wife was impressed that I drank an entire pitcher of beer from the pitcher when we first met. They're like, "We're out of cups." I was like, "I got this." She's like, "You're for me."
You're resourceful, and you don't waste, and you're not wasteful. Yeah.
So,
quick on your feet,
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm a problem solver.
And now you're a lord. It worked out so well for her.
There you go.
For $12.
You guys got anything, thrifty. Nate, Joey?
Honestly, nothing really. Like I met my wife through. She was introduced to me through a friend of ours, and I just wore her down. There was no pickup lines. There was nothing like that at all. Just wore her down over the years.
Sounds like Steve Urkel. Yeah. I'm wearing you down, baby. I'm wearing you down.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve Urkel. Stefan Urkel.
So Damien's go ahead, feel my shirt. It's made of boyfriend material. That's quite good. That's a good one.
I don't know. I've never heard that. Good call.
That was not bad.
The only one I remember from like high school, college days, and it did not work, but and it wasn't me that used it. It was a friend of mine. We went to like a huge house party, and like we were like trying to crash for the night, and some of the girls that were still at the party had come into the room, and like we were literally trying to go to sleep, and this girl walks in, and my friend who was laying on the floor next to me, he turns around, looks up at her, half drunk, and he's like, "Girl, from down here in the dark, you don't look half bad. And it was like, what is that going to do for your like chances right now? Like, first of all, from down here, like from far away, from it being in the dark, and you're still saying she doesn't look half bad. And that did not go over well for him. That did not work out at all.
He's like, but when I turn on the lights, you look like a Yeti.
You look good from afar, but you're far from looking good. Like that type of thing.
That's one of those questions where you're like, there's a but to this. Like, what's the but?
I'm gonna.
Oh my, Ben. Oh my.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw Ben's up on the screen. So,
Oh man.
the real Ben Feldman throws out there are 20 letters in the alphabet, right? No, that's because I forgot URAQT, and I'll give you the D later.
Oh,
Giggity.
Shazam!
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this one up here. That damn girl, you look okay.
Okay, that was about what that pickup line amounted to.
Well, you look okay. It sounds like one of those. Isn't there a cell phone where it's okay? You know, like the doctor or the. I don't remember all of what it's for, but yeah, that sounds like that. I like it.
Okay, so I got one. It's not something I used. Let me just preface, but I used to work in the nightclub business.
I was gonna say,
Seen a lot of intoxicated people, and this guy is actually a friend of mine to this day. All he would do is go around, wanna fuck, and it worked. Believe it or not, it worked numerous times.
At some point, someone's gonna be like, "Yeah, all right."
Yeah, no, really.
I got 10 minutes. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And let me also say he is now married and he has kids as well.
Well,
Nice.
great.
He did something right in life.
Yeah.
I do like butt wasted. Fuck me or slap me. Yeah, it worked.
Either one. Yeah. Like
I did have a friend. In fact, the friend I went out with tonight, he'd go up to somebody and say, "Hey, do you like sex and pizza?" And they'd be all, "No." And he's like, "What? You don't like pizza?" Kind of thing.
Who doesn't like pizza?
Or exactly, with pineapple on it, right, guys?
Apparently Scott
Hey.
doesn't. So.
no. I've always said that like pizza and sex are both kind of the same. Like when they're bad, they're still pretty good. But
Yes, they're not bad.
But,
They're
but
really
in
good.
any case, you put pineapple involved in that, I'm out. The other one, I think I had a friend say that was like, "Girl, if you're a transformer, you'd be Optimus Fine."
That is the nerdiest thing. Yeah,
Yes.
I love it. I don't know if you guys, Chad, I know isn't in here, but he wanted to share one with me. He says, "Baby, if you were words on a page, you'd be fine print."
That's like,
Nice.
hey, you wouldn't have to be 10 from Tennessee because you're the only 10 I see.
Right.
Like, what?
Did it hurt
Yeah.
when you fell from heaven? Yeah.
I still think the space pants because your ass is out of this world. No, this
All
is
I
not
hear-
a pickup. This is not a pickup line that I've used, but I sent this to my wife earlier, which is also very nerdy, knowing me. As it says, "Was your ass forged by Sauron? Because that shit looks precious." My precious. Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Don't do this to habits. Yeah.
Oh, those were actually much more calm than you prefaced them to be, Lord Scott. I was a little nervous.
You know, I wanted to get you guys to sweat to think I was going to do something.
You
bad, but I'm
did.
like,
I thought we were going to ask, like, which one do you like? You're just like the least. I'm like, kind of thing. But
oh no, I'm
glad
not
we-
going to turn friends against each other. I'm not.
Or which cohort of yours would you want to do?
Yeah, you had to.
Which
you
one
had a
of
gun to
your
your
guys'
head.
significant others is the hottest?
Right.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. But I had
Thank
to think
you.
of something for Valentine's Day, and I heard a random pickup line. I can't remember what it was. It was something really dumb. It was like a frat boy trying to pick up a girl, and I was like, pickup lines. That's a good one because I've heard some dumb shit in my day.
There's some bad ones, but there's also some gold out there, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's some gold.
Tyler just threw up one that's actually pretty funny. I've never heard that one before.
This one, the nice dress. Can I talk you out of it?
Right.
Or
The dress
That's a
is
nice-
very becoming on you.
yeah, no, that's that dress is really nice. It'd look even better on my floor.
Right.
Yeah,
Nah.
Larry,
Well-
you've been oddly silent during this whole time.
I got nothing.
Smart. Because we've just turned into the male chauvinistic podcast. I feel like
No, like it's because to be honest, most of them don't work.
no.
Like, to
Well,
be
if they do,
fair.
they work because you're charming, not because of what you
Yeah.
said.
No, it's
Yeah.
this. There's a fine line between like charming and creepy, and that fine line is handsome. Right?
Yeah. Amen,
And
brother.
Very good
unfortunately,
point.
I'm
Yeah.
on the opposite side of that I need to be.
Sure.
Oh, ouch! Larry agrees.
Larry's like, that's true. You're a very, according to Larry, I'm a very gross man.
Oh man, Damien.
Larry's watched me eat at fast food.
Yeah, it's all Damien. That was good too. Just put Damien's on the screen real quick because that's pretty good. It seems like something the Joker would say.
Yeah. It's like the same thing as like, hey, girl, you got a little Irish in you? No, you want
Not
some?
yet.
Right. Oh man.
And again, there's that fine line between it works and it doesn't. It's called handsome.
Yeah. No, you're when you're right, and you sir are right.
I am right. So that was it. Those were the questions I had for we'll call this section again the Ask the Dorksmen section of the show.
Thank you for the questions, and thank you for answering the questions yourself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not afraid to answer. Like Clint, Ryan, I know that you guys watch fairly religiously. You know, I have no shame in my game.
No, that's why we like you.
I weekly make an ass of myself on the line. I have no fear to go on and do that again this week.
So in typical STS Guys fashion, we sort of had a topic, like an emergency topic to talk about, but we're 45 minutes into this podcast. We didn't really need it.
Yeah, not at all.
But real quick, like we all collect Funko stuff, right? Like I feel like that's basically why we're all friends.
Got us there, yeah.
But Funko dropped their Emerald City Comic Con exclusive this week. I think a couple of you guys are going out to Seattle here in a couple of weeks, right?
I know I am. I know Nate is. Joey is on the fence from what I've heard. So
I will be in Japan. So sadly, I cannot attend.
No. That's
I hope you'll be okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's an okay consolation prize. We'll have fun.
Although this is actually going to be news to the other three. So given the situation with the coronavirus right now, wife and I were talking and we were thinking, okay, if it pans out that we cannot go, where would we think about going? First city out of her mouth was Seattle.
Well, then there you go.
And this is before I told her about all of our discussions. So
yeah,
it
she
could
didn't
happen.
even know. Yeah, nice. So it could happen
we'll
still.
If the plague shows up in Japan.
Though I'm still hoping you make it to Japan. I'd rather you go there this time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But I feel that Japan is smart enough to use the right type of face mask to actually block viruses versus most of the ones when I look at them like those don't. The face masks you're using are the ones that like people use just to block spit. Those don't actually do anything.
Right.
A lot of people are doing that now. On a real serious note, you got to do your research if you're going to be traveling and wearing a mask.
Amen.
Yeah, get the right one.
Please do me a favor and don't use the one that doctors use that don't actually block anything but their spit from dropping into the person that they're working on, because that's what most of those are actually for.
Yeah, like if you're wearing one that a dentist will use when they're cleaning your teeth, that's not the one to be using. Just
exactly.
FYI. Yeah.
I see lots of photos. I'm like, well, no wonder you're sick, dumbass. Like,
I was on a train going home the other day, and someone had a mask on, and it didn't look like a proper mask. It looked like a jock strap. And it's just like, why are you wearing that on your face? It was like plastic, and it was like just.
That's a person
like
coming up and going.
Yeah, it was like up like higher up on the chin, like just under the mouth. And it
was
like,
it Bane?
Yeah, it was like Bane. He's like,
and I was like, this is not helping anything. Probably.
That's a person on the train going, I was molded by the
Oh man! Well, isn't there that cat that has one on and has the eye holes in it?
Yeah.
And that's a real picture too. People are really doing that with their pets.
I believe it,
Really?
but it's the wrong mask, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point here.
It is actually a jock strap that you're throwing on your pets. It's fine.
I mean, that might do more than some of these other things, but anyway. Yes, Emerald City is coming up.
Emerald City. So I think we got all the announcements for Funko Pop exclusives. I thought we could go through real quick and just say like what our top one or two were, because I think there's like typical Funko fashions. There's a wide array of exclusives, but they definitely brought some really cool stuff this time.
I agree. Drops were great.
Yeah. So Clint, you're talking. So what out of every reveal, what are you hoping that you get into the Funko booth and
I have one, but I'm gonna let you say it because I have a feeling it's yours. And
Millhouse?
Yes, Millhouse. I thought Millhouse was great.
Mine's totally Millhouse.
I get why.
Yeah, well, I love The Simpsons, and he's honestly like I have a lot of favorite characters. That's probably my favorite of the favorites. So
there's so many great Millhouse quotes. I can't argue with that. That one is a fantastic one.
Yeah,
I'm actually going to kind of go with a little under appreciated one, and I'm going to say Toad from the X-Men. I really like the pose he's in. He's in midair. It wasn't a character at all.
I actually haven't seen it. Is it the X-Men movies Toad?
No. It's like 70s comic bowl cut Toad.
The bowl cut one. Okay, it's not. It's not the. Do you know what happens when a Toad is struck by lightning? Toad,
right.
Not that one.
No,
okay,
it's not that one. The same thing as everything else. Yes, but it's a neat pose. It's a neat sculpt, and I love the X-Men, so I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah, good choice, man. What about you, Nate?
Pop Town, the HQ Pop Town.
One of you had to go with that. It's wonderful.
I think we all like that one.
Yeah, it's really cool. Especially if you've been out there, like you can see just how well they've captured it in pop form.
Agreed.
So.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I honestly don't want to get that at the con because I don't want to have to travel back home with it because it's massive.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it would actually be
going to bring up building.
Get it at the I guess it'll be a Funko Shop drop from what I understand. The shared information. I think it would actually be cheaper and easier just to pay the $7 shipping to buy it online and have it shipped to your house.
That's what I'm gonna try to do because I don't want to even deal with it. But it looks amazing. It's a neat idea.
It's so
hard
cool.
to argue. Yeah.
I've got top two, and that's one of them, the one that Nate mentioned, and the other one's definitely Recyclops. I'm trying to stay office complete. I'm missing a few, but I would definitely be remiss if I did not add that one to my collection. So that was my number one.
And where is that one shared?
Walmart. Yeah. So I'll order 6 and then return the 5 that aren't in good shape. Yeah. Hopefully the one in the middle will be in good shape.
Right.
But that's the problem with the Walmart stuff is that when everybody's ordering 5, they sell out pretty quick sometimes. So hopefully, like I got the Hulk Hogan Walmart exclusive this week. It took a little bit of dedication, but I finally was able to get it in stock. And same with Andre the Giant. Like I got that one in stock too. It hasn't shown up yet, but it took me, I think, 2 or 3 days of checking the Walmart site. So usually you're able to get them. You just got to kind of be persistent.
I've been waiting for the Michael Jordan exclusive to Walmart for UNC, and I haven't seen it drop yet.
I haven't either.
No, me neither.
Yeah. No, it's been in stores.
I've seen it in stores. I've seen some pictures of it in stores, but not around here. I haven't seen it yet.
No, they went pretty quick. Like the local Facebook groups, people saw them and they're cleaned out like super fast. So I haven't seen that one yet either, but that's one I'd like to pick up.
Well, the few I've seen, they've had pictures of like, I guess they're doing like an NBA display. And so I haven't seen that at all. So I would think like the common ones wouldn't be wiped out at mine. So I'm assuming they just have not gotten that in yet.
Yeah, that's true. I've only checked my closest Walmart and they don't have any of the NBA pops yet. So maybe it's still coming. Yeah. How about you, Ryan? What's your favorite Emerald City?
My favorite would be the God Emperor Doom.
Yeah, that's cool.
That one's pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's
my
cool.
good friend Cliffy has a custom that he got made, I think like 3-ish years ago. And Nate's obviously very familiar with it as well since we've spoken about it. But when I saw that drop, Cliffy nearly shed his pants too.
Shout out to Cliffy.
Like, wow. I mean, he's a big Dr. Doom fan.
Yeah.
So it's one of those we've been waiting for a long time.
It looks great too. It came out nice.
It does. It does it a lot of justice. I'll just say that as well.
Oh, we lost Scott. We lost the Lord.
Scott dropped, but that's okay. He should be right back.
Cool.
Cool. That one's cool. Like, they just brought out the regular Doctor Doom pop with the Fantastic Four wave. Hi, Scott.
I ran away.
Maybe.
I don't know what happened.
It's cool that there's another Doctor Doom exclusive. So it's been a long time since those original Doctor Doom pops came out.
That was Marvel First Wave 2013.
Yeah, I remember passing those at Barnes and Noble probably like 2014 when I first started collecting that, and they had Dark Phoenix. I'm like, no, I could get those later.
Yeah.
Nope.
That
was the last time I ever saw it.
What about Red Skull? Did you ever see Red Skull?
I never saw Red Skull. That was before my time.
Because that one was the quickest to get vaulted, and from Marvel Wave 1, that's the one that's just like the holy grail. I still don't own one.
No,
still on my wish list.
It's such a cool character design and stuff too. Right? I think that was why that was one of those first gray LA ones that people always were totally sought after when I first started. Right, that was one of the first $100 or I don't know $200 pops or whatever it was back then, which was a lot in 2014.
It was.
There weren't too many $200 pops.
No,
this is true. Even the Freddies from Fun Days weren't going for that much money.
No, that's
And
true.
Look now.
Yeah, I remember that too. I remember passing on like since talking about all the stuff Larry didn't buy. It was after my first Fun Days 2015. It was the first like pop meetup thing I went to at this store called Collectors Marketplace in Phoenix, which is pretty cool. They still do like monthly pop events. But I went to that one and somebody had, it was the Walking Dead, like RV walker.
Okay.
Freddy Funko.
Oh, yeah.
It was like $50 and I'm like, nah, I can't spend $50 on a pop.
Yeah, that's kind of steep.
Oops,
yeah. Look at now.
Yeah.
And we're all gonna buy a $50 building now, you know.
Right? Yeah, exactly. $50 Freddy's. Especially at Fun Days, Freddy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Scott, did you have a favorite from the drop here for Emerald City Comic Con?
Okay, so here's the thing: is I actually haven't gone through the list. I'm a bad Funko collector.
Well, nothing's on sale yet. You're just waiting. That's all.
I know exactly. I have not gone through it. Larry has told me about some things. I'm like, okay. So to be fair, the way I collect things is like, do I like the thing? And if I don't, I'm like, nah. Like I'm just gonna go ahead and pass.
No, well, like the Die Hard pops. There's been a few that you're like, ooh, I gotta like. That gets your attention.
There's a few things that like I will empty my wallet if they ever make like a whole section for. But yeah, I've not seen anything that's like that. So I'm a bad Funko collector.
Yeah.
Yeah,
at least are. You know, you're not like the guy who does the Funko fail and complains about all the variants in every single post.
No, I'm not.
Why are we giving him airtime?
You're right. That's why I didn't mention his name.
Such a troll.
What a waste. What a waste.
The other one that's pretty cool that none of us mentioned is that 10-inch Indiana Jones. Like I didn't see that coming. Right?
Yeah, I didn't mention that because I know that I am not going to be able to get it. Especially since I mean, if these two guys end up getting it, that's for their collection, right? I'm not going to be on.
Well, I thought it was cool that they also announced the same day that Disney will have the non-metallic 10-inch version available at Disney World, Disneyland, and eventually online as well. That it'll drop. Yeah. So for those that don't get the metallic version, I at least have a chance of getting, the non-metallic.
Yeah, man, totally. 10-inch metallic piece.
It's pretty crazy, right?
First one.
Isn't that one? Is that one numbered? I can't
2000.
Yeah. 2000.
I have to admit. Now, I know you guys nobody's going to believe me who hears this, but I actually collect the myth line, so I actually want that glow-in-the-dark Loch Ness Monster. I think it looks better than the original one, honestly, but I know with the piece count, people are like, no, you just want it for that. No, I actually want it for my complete collection, but yeah, I don't know if I'll get it. I will see what happens, but I think it actually looks neat. I think it's a neat to have an idea to have that one glow-in-the-dark specifically.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. It's a cool pop. Like you said, I'm a sucker for anything glow in the dark, so it's pretty
I am
cool.
Too.
Yeah,
hot trash.
Yeah,
some people might say
dumpster fire.
But we've got a Disney trip coming up pretty soon, so I'm
nice.
I'm tentatively thinking about trying to grab that the non-metallic 10-inch Indiana Jones.
Based on what Ed just said, Larry, that should be available when you're going to be there.
Yeah, exactly. It drops. So Ed's saying it drops February 29th, which sounds right. So just a couple weeks. But yeah, it should be cool.
Nice. It's crazy how they all, because I mean all the Indiana Jones ones feel like they're limited. I wonder if that's a licensing thing or what exactly the situation is there. But either way, I think there's some happy indie fans actually getting a chance at something else, and that's great.
Can we at least get the Indiana Jones from the Indiana Jones ride? Like as a pop, the one that's like arm is all like it's over there. Like I want that because that's the Indiana. Like as much as I love Indiana Jones, it's the weird animatronic from the ride that it still sticks in my brain whenever I think of Indiana Jones.
It's just crazy if they still have that license that they don't have any other pops available from those movies because there's been 4 now.
Yeah, but I think it's
Crystal
not the
Skull
movies,
was so that's how bad Crystal Skull was. No one wants merchandise anymore.
That's a good point.
So if I'm not mistaken, none of the Indiana Jones pops are from the movies. They're all specifically from the ride.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I think that's why they're limited. And I think that's why
does he have the wonky like
right, like I want that one, but I feel like Disney doesn't want that one.
Well, you could have like I guess a movie moment or something of like the ball coming after him.
That would be
cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So maybe one day they'll figure that out.
With movable ball that you could just roll it back and forth, and it would knock him down into some hidden trap below.
Or like a snake pit.
By the way, the Muppet Babies totally have that scene in one of their episodes, and I love it.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
I remember that. Baby Kermit as Indiana Jones.
Well, they have it in the new one too, in the new series.
in the new
Actually,
one.
that episode that Scott and I were talking about with the dragon. There's in that episode the same scene.
They have the
I'm like,
ball.
yes.
Nice.
Indeed they do.
Yeah, what Nate's thinking of is the theme song, right? Like the
old Muppet Babies theme song.
Yeah. It had Kermit in that. Yeah, I remember that. That was it had Star Wars in it too. That Muppet Babies opening song.
They have that like bay window that's like the freaking Empire trademark kind of thing.
Yeah. It looks like the windows. Yeah.
I just want to see on the new version the pigs in space.
I would also enjoy seeing that.
Yeah.
Pigs in space. Oh, I love. By the way, my daughter calls the Muppets the Muffins, and it cracks me up.
My daughter today. Speaking of weird things, my daughter today. We're going to medieval times. She kept saying, "When are we going to go to evil times?" I was like, "That's actually a pretty damn good way to say it." Yes, we are going to evil times.
I'm surprised she wasn't a little scared that you're going to a restaurant called Evil Times.
Right?
Well, it was just. I have no idea. She heard us clearly say medieval, and she's like, "Evil times." Okay, we're going to evil times.
Evil times.
That's why we love kids.
Right.
One of the many reasons.
That's awesome.
Except Joey Maguire probably doesn't get that many things wrong like that anymore.
No, he's 16, so yeah. If he did, we'd probably need to take him to speech therapy or something.
Right. At a certain point, he's like, "We're going to go to evil times." Like, we're going to the doctor first.
On her way.
That's awesome.
Oh, good stuff.
So Larry,
anyway,
I was going to say, I think Clint, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I have nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, cool.
I think it's time for you to do your thing.
Yeah, well, let's let the Four Dorksmen plug themselves before I plug us. Who wants to tell us where we can find you guys?
Oh, I can do it real quick. So you guys can check us out at @the_Dorksmen on Twitter and Instagram. We actually have a Facebook page as well, but I'll admit I'm not the best at updating it, and that is mine. So Clint fail. Dorksmen@gmail.com. Shoot us an email. We're all over social media. We hope you guys interact with us. As you know, we do Ask the Dorksmen, hashtag Ask the Dorksmen. We would love to have your questions. Listen to us mostly on anywhere you listen to this podcast, but especially SoundCloud because we interact with comments there. And I think that's it. And I wanted to get it because Nate usually gets to do that part. So I wanted to steal it this week.
Nice. And new episodes usually every Monday?
Every Monday's our goal.
Monday, right? Yeah.
Monday morning.
Cool. So after you follow the Dorksmen, go check out the STS Guys. We're on Instagram at STS Guys. We're on Twitter at STS Guys. We're on Facebook at the STS Guys. And I'm Larry from the STS Guys.
Chilling like a villain.
Thank you, Clint.
Nate wasn't here. I had to take it.
I know. That's true. Okay. Even better.
I'm glad that I didn't have to do it.
And then we all like Funko Pops, so you should head over to ShumiStore.com and buy yourself some Funko Pops because Shumi Store's got that mint box guarantee. And if you enter code STS Guys, you're going to save 10%. And then,
but as I say, I think our viewers need some new clothes.
I think you guys need some new licensed T-shirts. Head over to Animated Apparel Company, and you can get Batman shirts. I saw they got a great sale on Deadpool stuff right now too. And in addition to that sale, if you enter code STS Guys, you're going to save 10%, and you're going to get free shipping. So
nice.
We're talking T-shirts for like $12-$13. It's a really good deal. Animated Apparel Company. It's the best.
It's the best. Yeah. I still want that cease and desist. I will read it.
The thing is, they're not going to give it to you guys because you guys then talk about the actual company it comes from, and then you're getting marketing for them. So it's a win-win.
I will read that on the air if we ever get one.
So, yeah. So the story behind that, right? It's a jewelry company. It's called London Gold. They've had commercials on Phoenix Radio forever and ever.
I've lived in multiple states.
Oh, okay.
They've been around since I've been a child.
Yeah. So it's London Gold. It's the best. And at some point, like I adopted that for, I think it was Podcoin. And then Podcoin went away. So it became Animated Apparel Company.
Larry, they didn't go away. We can say it now. They're not listening anymore. They went under.
Right.
I know.
Well, they did go away, just way away.
Yeah, they went very far away.
But yeah. So thank you guys for coming on with us. Everybody go check out the Dorksmen. This was awesome. I'm glad we could get all four of you on at the same time. I hope you guys have a great Emerald City Comic-Con.
Sore subject, sir. Sore subject.
Well, you're still gonna pick up an exclusive or something.
I'm just gonna live vicariously through them.
Like I'm not going either, so it's
you're
okay.
not.
No, I've never even been to Seattle, so I haven't been to HQ. I need to make this happen at some point.
You do. I do.
I
Yeah.
just
do.
a quick weekend trip or something.
Well, you
I
got
really
Hollywood
need to
close
figure it
by
out.
too. So
I was going to recommend, since you're planning on going to Anaheim, check out Funko Hollywood.
Yeah.
Since I know we talked briefly about that previously.
Yeah, we did, and I am staying not in the same place you guys stayed. The Airbnb that was like right on top of Funko Hollywood, right by the sign. But I'm staying at another one in that complex.
Oh, nice.
The link you sent me, the lady said she wasn't going to have that one anymore or something, so she turned me down.
Oh, bummer.
But we're staying right basically at Funko
right.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
So I'm thank you for that. I'm totally looking forward to it. It's going to be rad.
hey, Larry, what are some other podcasts you should check out?
Oh, thank you, Clint.
Thanks, Clint, 'cause Larry forgot.
It's a weird day. So check out our friends. Starting with, of course, the Four Dorksmen. Check out Talking Pops, Pop Collectors Alliance, DC Figures and Collectibles Podcast, the Toy Photo Cast, Geek Together, Secondary Heroes, 3 Beers, and a Mic, and a Funko Funcast. I'm probably forgetting somebody else. I really need to write these down.
Larry,
You're forgetting the best
you're
one.
forgetting one that you were on.
Podcast.
Oh yeah, check out me and Scott on the Totally Rad Movie Podcast, where we talk about a bad 80s or 90s movie. This week or next week, we're going to be talking about the 1990s classic Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, not the TV show.
Right.
It's going to be great.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah, awesome.
We're going to have some deep discussions on Paul Rubin's acting.
There's an interesting discussion there already.
100%. So, all right. Anybody else have anything to say before we close this guy out?
No, just thank you for having us, guys.
Yes,
we had a great time.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
And we're gonna have you guys on too. We gotta talk movies with Totally Rad Movie Podcast sometime on our
100%.
Cool.
You pick an 80s movie or early 90s and we're down.
Word.
So that works. All right. Well, for episode 121 of the STS Guys Podcast, I am Scott.
Hey, it's Larry.
And we're the
And
Four
these are
Dorksmen.
as I say, these
There
are
you
the
go.
Four Dorksmen. Y'all have a great night. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Word, homies.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.